You have brilliant students to go on and complete, and others will move forward till they get 100%. And now let's move to the meaning of competence. Is the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. It explains the process and stages of learning a new skill. Behavior, ability, or technique, learning mode. Competence is a simple explanation of how we learn. How we learn to move from what's smaller to what is bigger. Competence is a simple explanation of how we learn and a useful reminder of the need to train people in stages. Short-term goals moving to long-term goals. This is the main point in competence in general. Once you have these small activities that you do every day without an aim, you will get nothing by the end. But if you have an aim for each small activity that you do inside the class, believe me, you will reach something higher, something important later by the end of this. Let's have an example or examples of the long and short-term goals. Setting goals, it's important, and we see that. Look at this. These are some of the short-term goals and long-term goals. Believe me, once you write long-term goals, don't you ever write long-term goals or get. Excuse me for using write. I don't mean writing at all. I mean making a long-term goal. It should relate to the short-term goals you have done beforehand. For example, who can read me the first one of short-term goals? Yes, mister?
Complete homework daily.
That's right, this is one. Another one, yes, another one from group C. Number 2, please, mister. Clean my room weekly. Yes, mister?
Learn 5 sentences a day.
Learn 5 sentences a day, 5 words a day, no problem. Yes, mister, Ahmed?
Complete.
Memorize. Complete course on time.
Yes, on time.
Memorize 5 words a day. This is something else. And all these things may lead to a long-term goal. Long-term goals like what? Yes, Mr. Darwish. Long-term goals, the first one.
Pass all courses with the
Yes, and when making goals, be realistic. Don't you ever give very hard goals cannot be achieved. And setting goals, it's not only for the teacher, by the way. We are speaking about the goals, or these goals for the students themselves. Setting goals is the first step to perform, to get competence, to be competent enough to go on with the teaching learning process in general, or learning process. The second one, yes, another man, yes.
Get involved in school
clubs, yes, this is a goal. Yes, Mr. White, number 3.
Be a good friend at school.
Be a good friend at school, that's good. Yes, Mr. Yes, please. Graduate from high school.
keep a part-time.
That's right. So these are all some short-term goals and long-term goals. After sharing example of goals, tell your students that it's now their turn to make their own short-term goals and then move to fulfill, to accomplish, to achieve long-term goals. Can you make some of yourself? Can you give me some of short-term goals of your own, even in your personal life? A short-term goal, that's something you do every day?
Okay.
Yes?
For example, mastering the Photoshop program.
Mastering?
Photoshop program.
Is it a short-term goal or a long-term goal? Long-term goal. So what do you do to get that, to mastering?
I mean, I set it as a long-term goal.
Yes, I'm speaking about the short-term goals. Yes, mister?
Reading 5 pages.
Making the maintenance for electric.
Making?
Maintenance for electric in my house. In my house.
Yes.
Making electric
System?
system
The
in
electric
my
system in
new
your
house.
house. Okay. Yes, Mr. Darwish.
With something reading 5 pages in the Quran.
Yes, that's right. Reading 5 pages from the Holy Quran. And the long-term goal of it, to finish the Holy Quran
Holy
after
Quran, yes.
after a month, for example. Okay, well, another short-term goal.
I'll buy some car parts.
You buy some car parts.
What comes first? Setting the long-term goals or setting the short-term goals?
Long-term goals first.
Who comes first?
What comes first?
The short-term goal. طب نسمع من Mr. Ahmed. Please.
Excuse me, Mr. When Mr. About talking about habits of the size, I've divided tasks into small ones. We are beginning the biggest into small. So we begin with what long-term goals or bigger goals like that. And I would like to drive a car. What can I do first? This is my goal. I drive a car. Number one, I save money.
The long-term goal.
Yeah. What I can do? Save money. Okay, this is short. After that, I buy a car. After that, I go to
This is the
someone.
point.
Okay.
This is the point.
Yeah.
This is the point. Thanks, Mr. Ahmed. You start with the long-term goal.
Yeah.
And through that long-term goal, you get the activities, the small activities you are going to do. I'm going to Nizar, he has got a car, أستنكح عليه, and make him give me some.
على طول.
Yes, for example. Okay, or I may make a جمعية to get 10,000 riyal to buy a car. So these are all short-term goals connected with the long-term goal. So it's first to get the long-term goal. It's a very, very important point. Don't you ever think that you are going to make the short-term, because you said that short-term goals, yes, lead to long-term goals. It doesn't mean that we start with short-term goals. No. The big A. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot. So, this is a long-term goal. How can I achieve it? Okay, I started the elementary stage, the intermediate stage, get high marks, high levels, then I move to the secondary stage, then I move to America to study there. Yes. Okay, miss. So here you are taking step by step move to the long-term goal, which to be a pilot. So again, don't you ever have a mix between them. You start with the long-term goal, the big aim, and then
distribution of the syllabus, then
Goal
preparation.
of daily preparation.
yes.
Long-term.
That's right. That's very right. Okay, anyhow, we have many things. We have some suggestions to get competence, to catch competence. How can you catch competence? How can you enhance your own students to get competence? Do you have ideas?
What kind of competence? Some is we're talking about competence, we're talking about linguistic competence and cognitive competence like that. Yeah, inside the classrooms.
Yes, I mean now we are inside the class.
No, it means competence in general.
In general.
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. How can you catch competence?
Really?
Yes. Your own ideas, no problem. Any idea may be right. Yes. Training. Yes. What else?
Arranging your ideas. Arranging your
Arranging your ideas. And arranging your ideas should start before training. Yes. Involvement with.
Involve the students with the teacher in this.
That's it.
Yes.
To be involved with the one who has got experience in the same field that I want to get.
Imitation.
Anyhow, one point to bottom line as a teacher. All the time, say no to the activities that you see that do not serve your own goals, whether they are short-term goal or the long-term goal. Maybe you have activities inside the book itself regarding one of the skills that you are giving to the students, and we think it doesn't serve the matter. What will you do? Go on and do it. This is simply because the supervisor told me not to omit anything. You are the master of the class, my dear. You are the master of the class. I visit you once a term or once a year. Once a term. You are the teacher and I am the supervisor, by the way. I visit you once a term. Twice a term. But you see your students every day. So, you know your own students. Don't you ever strike your head to the wall. If you have something that cannot give any help to the students, please remove it, neglect it, or replace it with another one. Students can get benefit out of doing them inside the class. So always say no to the activities which are not important, are not serving the main aim or the long-term goal or the short-term goal whatsoever. See what I mean? Another point, always be accustomed to be accurate. Have a calendar. Have a daily plan. Every day you come to school. What will you do? I just go to school? This is what we all do. Be ready. And when you go to school, okay, it depends. What will happen? Action from them and reaction from me. This is completely wrong. You should be the beginner. The action from you and reaction from students. Between them there is an interaction. So you create the situation. Even if when you are given choices, as we said yesterday, give the choices just to give the sense that you are free to choose, but they are all framed. All the choices framed. You choose between two things that I want. And maybe the two things you are going to do, but you choose whether to do that first or that first. It's all up to you. So anyhow, say no to the activities which are not important at all. Use calendars and the daily plan. What I'm going to do every day, I'm going to do so and so. And I spoke about preparing a lesson. I told you about my own experience when my great teacher, Rahmatullah Ali, gave me a lesson to prepare. And I came in the next day, you remember it. Prepare everything that you are going to do inside the class. All the activities, preparing them. And I said it beforehand in a training course. The teacher's work. The teacher's work. When does it start? When does the teacher's work start? Starts when? Shh. I know you know. I told it to you beforehand. When does it start? Listen to me carefully. It starts a long time before getting into the class. If you do not do so, believe me and excuse me, you are not a good teacher. You are using fahlawation style. This is something we all did. كلنا عملنا كده شباب. We use the fahlawation style. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
And so, we made disasters in the educational system in our Arab world, and we are all responsible for it, whether you accept it or not. But this is honesty. Am I right or wrong?
Your students will know that. Your students will know that.
So, again, please, the teacher's work starts a long time before getting into the class. Be ready. Anyhow, I have a piece of advice for you. Please, sleep early and eat well. Don't you ever tell me that you slept last night at 4 p.m. or a.m. and you'll come the next day at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock and perform something. You lie to me. Am I right or wrong? Once you come to school, after praying Fajr or Subh whatsoever, have a good meal. Eat well. I myself, as a human being, and all my friends here know perfectly well, you can't catch me after 9:30 p.m. After 9:30, don't call him. I'm asleep. والله هي غرلاح وراجل قف بس هي جت كده وتعودت على كده خلاص راح بس مش قادر اغير. I start my day every day after Fajr, with breakfast. I prepare it myself, by the way. I'm not saying that the government do it for me. No, I do it myself. When I make sandwiches for the children, I prepare it for myself. So I eat well, I sleep well. This is simply to come the next day and perform my own duty well. Sleep well, eat well. Am I right or wrong? ما تقوليش ان هي مثاليه، ماشي مثاليه والله. This is something really we cannot achieve anything without doing that. Look at those what we call kuffar. بص على الكفار اللي بره دول، الناس اللي بره. Look at them. How do they behave in their lives? Maybe during weekends, drink. Whatsoever. But when it comes to his own job to perform something, he's doing it in a very, very neat way. We had professors when we're students in the university or the college, American professors. Most of them, they had the 8 o'clock lecture. The first lecture. Most of our Egyptian lecturers, professors, okay, I'm asleep, how am I to come at 8 o'clock? Remove them. The Americans take them. You can have them as a clock for you, a watch for you. Exactly 7:55 coming from the gate of the college. 2 minutes before the lecture, he is standing by the door of the room. 8 sharp starting his lecture. How can you make things like this? And even our Muslims and our religion is forcing us to do so. Anyhow, these are all things that should come in mind. We have setting objectives, we set them beforehand. Use variable time. Using variable time to achieve the goal or to achieve an activity. Once you have a class like this class, what I do inside that class, maybe cannot be done inside another class. So have a variable time. What can be achieved here in 2 minutes, in another class can be achieved in 4 minutes. Make yourself ready for that. What can be achieved in that group in 2 minutes, with that group can be achieved in 3 minutes. Make sure of that. And be ready for that. This is also from preparing yourself for things that you are going to do inside the class. Anyhow, we have also giving suitable tasks to the students. You have high achievers and low achievers, low standard students, and high standard students. So once you are giving activities to the students, be attention and questioning. Low standard students, give them activities that can be done. Do not challenge them. Do not put them in stress. Give them the pleasure of discovering, of mastering something, doing something. It's a sort of pleasure that leads to learning. Okay? Then providing even faster learners with challenging activities that they can do. These all are the things that I want you all to put in mind before starting our practical side. Sorry if I raised my voice, if I said some bad words, but I'd like to be honest with myself, with you, and to meet the problem we are facing. We have a problem, don't we? We have a problem or not? So, and we are trying here to give some hints to get solutions. Mr. Usama Amir is a teacher at the intermediate stage. Now he's going to apply 2 techniques with us regarding competence, and we are going to see the video. He's ready for everything. Okay, listen.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahmed Ahmed, teacher of English in the intermediate stage in Mars Unit School. First of all, we are talking about competence. That's Mr. Magdi said that competence is the ability to do something efficiently or successfully. Okay. Away of the academic definition, I'd like to say something about competence that I feel myself. Competence for me means that if I succeed to make the students believe that he can do it, that I gave him the competence. I can make him catch the competence. So if he has the ability to do the exercise himself, even his answer is not complete. So he will feel that he can do it. so he feels the competence. Now let's look at the presentation. Competence, the first worksheet. That's the definition. We have about 10 or 11 techniques for the competence structure. The first is unwritten dialogue, rapid note-taking, personal proposal, seeing with the mind's eye, the teaching assistant, word sort, daily math journal, fit my category, eliminating failures, the I can, the death of I can. Now, today I choose only 2 techniques. The first is the unwritten dialogue. The unwritten dialogue. This is the first one. The second is word sort. If we have time, inshallah, we are going to practice it. The first one is the unwritten dialogue. Okay. I'd like to say something. The unwritten dialogue, I didn't create this technique, but I found it in my students' book. This lesson is the third intermediate grade book. That's right. This one, here we have a story, but it is not complete story. The second lesson, as you see, what the dog dug up. What the dog dug up. The same. We have a story, but the story is not complete. I'm going to ask my students to write an end to the story. Okay, I'm going to ask students to write an end to the story. 1 or 2 short sentences. Now, let's practice it for time. Please. Open your envelope. You have this story in your paper. According to the technique, each group will participate in solving this end or writing the end for this story. But now, and in my class, I ask each student to write a simple sentence ending this story. Now you have only 3 minutes or 4 minutes to read the story. Okay, and let's complete now. Okay, go on. Each one is going to write an end to the story. You have to do it. If you don't, you will have to do something more difficult. What is it? You are going to act an end. So I think it's easier to write a simple sentence. Okay. Now go. Now. وحدوه
لا تصنع كده واحدة.
صلوا على رسول الله. Okay, it's over. Time is over.
Okay, as I said, every student have to write a simple sentence. You have to write sentence. If I find your paper empty, you have to act what you have imagined. Okay? So now everyone should write a simple sentence as an end to the story. Okay, now let's start with group C. We will start with group C, please. Okay, please, please. Okay. First, you have to read your student's answer.
Okay, so return the money and,
Okay, please, silence. Okay, go on.
and receive the reward.
Again, please.
He returned the money
He returned the money
and received reward.
and received the reward. Okay, thank you. Where did he return the money? Where?
Another ending.
Yes.
He took the money and bought a bike.
He
Took the money,
took the money and bought
a bike.
Thank you. Sit down. Very good. That's a simple short question. Okay. Group D. A little please.
لأنه خلاص ما تقدر
موسى. As well.
Okay. So he started asking the neighbors or the owners of the house.
He started asking the neighbors about
For the owners of the house.
the owners of the house. Yes.
Just to give the money back to them because he believes that the reward of being honest is more valuable than taking the money.
Excellent. Okay, but ask you, who are the owners of the house? Which house?
On the hill.
The house on the hill. Yeah, that's mean he went to the house of the hill. On the hill. Okay, thank you. Group A.
He returned the money to the police and got a reward and then he bought the bike.
Excellent. That's an excellent ending. Group A. Group B. Yes. He took some money of the box. Yes. And the rest.
Until he got money back from his bike.
And what?
He will return the money and when he gets the money from his bike.
And so again.
And he will return back.
And he will return them back. Yes.
When he gets the money from his bike.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so we have here some endings or short answers. Okay, now let's look at the students' answers on the board. This is the first answer, and pay attention, please. I am not trying to show you my students' answers. Okay, and I'll explain why. The first answer is, if you can see, the student wrote that he went to the house on the hill, HI, okay, and knocked once. It was her. Okay, this is the first answer. Okay, as you see, I wrote thanks. I accept each answer. This is the first step. I accept each answer, even it is not correct. Okay, with correction, of course. The second, he told his mother, M-O-T-H, without E-R, without E, okay, and called the police. Okay, I think that's a good answer, but there's a mistake in the word mother. The second, or the third, he gave money to police. Okay, we have here some corrections, but I have to write good or making a mark. The second, he went to the house and found no one. He means that the house on the hill found no one and take the money. Okay, I think this is a complete answer, but we have to write the verb in the past simple tense. Here we have only 3 words. He catch money. Catch with SH. Okay? He told the police. I'm reading the wrong answers or the student's answers. Okay? He took the money. She died. Okay?
She died.
Okay, she died. We have to accept it. As you see, she died. That means he don't know the pronouns. He don't know that green is a boy, so he wrote she. He didn't write he. Okay, and the word die, D-I, instead of E or died, he wrote die, D-I-Y. Okay, look at what I have written. Good, and thank you. With correction, of course, he died. And the student repeat them again, he died. He died. That's his end, that's his imagination. Okay, so I have to accept it. The last, go to the police, and we have a mistake in the word police. Here's a clever student. The boy was very tired, that's his answer, and slept. While he was sleeping, he had that dream. I think that's a recent answer. Okay, whatever. Okay, as well.
طيب يعني what was the name of the boy in this message? معلش, there is a mistake I think in the message.
Green. His name
What
is
about
Green.
Tyler?
His name is Green Tyler.
Yeah, there is a confusion.
Yes.
There is a mistake in the book.
Yes, that's a mistake in the book. This is a new passage. The old one, his name was Green Tyler. And but this is a correction in the new edition. Okay? Okay. What I want to say, whatever there was answer, the answer was, even the worst one, she died. Whatever it is, it's better than I give the passage as a word, and the student come back with his book like that, with no answers, or it's better than, as you can see, unmotivated student like that. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Or it may turn to unmotivated class, or the class is going to sleep. Are you agree with me? Okay. This is, I think, you saw some wrong answers, but I think they are better than
something accepted.
this picture. Okay.
How do you relate this activity to
Competence.
competence?
Yes. The first word I have said, competence. If I succeed to make the student feel that he has the authority or he has the ability to do this exercise himself with any punishment or any aggressive action from me, he is going to participate, and that's what I want. If he feels that he has the competence, I am the winner. You understand me? Okay, that's what I mean. Okay.
Goes to the second one. You don't have another 5 minutes.
Yes. Okay. The second technique. The second technique is called word sort. Word sort.
Join us.
طيب summer can be
Okay.
Come here. Fun face. Nice answer. اللي فيها الألعاب.
Okay. The word sort technique, we can find it in the second intermediate grade study book. Here, it's similar to the brainstorming technique we have studied yesterday, but we have some words, they may be alone like this or in a passage, okay? And students have this paper. In the back of the paper, you have to write your names, okay? If you are five students, 6 students as you write now, and they are going to put the word in its category. Okay, now we have 3 categories: places, hobbies, and things. Okay, the first word is summer camp, paint, swim, tent, zoo, fair. This script is about color.
First, second, third.
Second intermediate.
Second intermediate. Yes, go on. 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay, as you like. 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay, you have 3 minutes to finish. Yes, hurry up.
We have to write it down.
Yes.
We have finished already.
This is the sum of We have finished.
This is our lesson. Okay, so the first group finished is the winner. I know it's an easy exercise. Okay, thank you. I know it's an easy exercise, but what I want to say, these exercises are in our students' book, so we have to deal with it with a strategy we know. Okay, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.